In Mark chapter 8, there's a very familiar story many of us have heard over and over again since the time we were small children. It's the feeding of the 4,000. There's a crowd of people that had been following and traveling with Jesus, and they were very far from home, and Jesus was concerned that they were hungry before he sent them away, and he looked at his disciples and he said, "Give them some bread to eat." And the disciples were speechless. They were like, "We don't have enough food, send them on their way." And so Jesus' response was, "Well, what do we have?" And as they fumbled around, they found some bread and some fish. And Jesus took those items and he blessed them and he multiplied them and he fed the 4,000, and there was so much food left over that they had baskets to fill. So we've heard that story. It's an interesting story, and what I really want to draw out of it is this. And many of you may not be aware of this, but that event actually took place after Jesus fed the 5,000 with the same group of disciples there with him, responding in the same way. Meaning, he asked them to do something, they looked at what they had, determined it wasn't enough, and threw their hands up and said, "What do you want us to do?" See, I think my learning from that today is this. As I reflect on the course of my life, God has always provided exactly what was needed at exactly the right time. All he has asked of me is for me to put forth what I have to offer, and he will take care of the rest. So today, as you're contemplating life, my ask of you, my challenge for you is this. Will you trust God to cover the gap? Will you rely on Jesus to provide? Or will you try to do it on your own, and in the midst of it look at your circumstances and say, "It's too big. I can't do it"? My hope today is that you'll trust in Jesus. Trust in the Lord's provision. Have a blessed day.